Buenos dias, amigos. We're MADison and iVEN, and after 3 incredible months here celebrating Independence Day, Dia de Muertos, or Day of the Dead, witnessing the monarch butterfly migration, and so much more, this is our final Mexico City madventure, for now. And we are going all out with the most crazy, colorful time we have had here. We're beginning our day at Xochimilco, where we will take a colorful boat through the canals, try Mexico's most ancient cocktail, and figure out why there are dead dolls hanging from the trees here. To finish off the night, we will head to Arena Mexico for Lucha Libre, Mexican wrestling, for the wildest, funnest, most thrilling night that can be had in Mexico City. So without further ado, let's figure out how to get a boat. Everyone pointed us to this man when we asked about a boat, so we're just following him.
¿Cuántos cuesta?
Cuesta 500 pesos una hora por los dos.
Dos personas. 500 por 2 horas?
Una hora.
Una hora.
Lista.
He offered us 500 pesos per hour, but I read before coming here that is the max price the city currently allows them to charge per boat. We talked them down to 700 pesos for 2 hours, or 35 USD, since it's a weekday and there are clearly tons of parked boats here right now. Still feels a little pricey, but it is per boat, so we are getting a whole private boat, and if you come here, highly recommend you bring friends to bring down the per person boat price. Of course, we can't leave port without a quick final souvenir shop presentation and my husband trying to kidnap a dog.
Come on this boat? This boat? Hello.
Call someone else's dog onto the boat.
Hola y bienvenidos to Xochimilco, which means Field of Flowers. This place was started in the year 919. 919, that's 3 digits, by Native Americans who found this place on the huge lake that used to be Mexico City. It's pretty wild. I'm not gonna see it. Xochimilco means Field of Flowers, and it is best known for its canals, which we are currently in. Xochimilco used to be a part of an extensive lake and canal system. Like Mexico City used to be a lake. There was a small island at Tenochtitlan and a small landmass here, and that was about all. But when the Spanish came, there were a lot of floods, and they got sick of dealing with the floods, so they drained the lake, and Xochimilco, these canals are pretty much all that remains. And it's beautiful, but the boats here are so beautiful and colorful. The vibe here is so fun and alive. There's mariachis, there's music, there's food, there's drinks. It's gonna be a fantastic and extremely fun time, I can already tell. The mariachi's getting on that boat.
I don't think I told you today, but I told you once that like 500 max is like
These canals were initially formed around 1,000 years ago when the Native Americans built giant rafts that basically served as floating islands on the lake. They built these and covered them with soil to serve as agricultural land since there was so little land in the area for farming. The floating islands were called chinampas. These rafts would eventually sink, new rafts would be built on top of them, until eventually the islands became real islands that weren't actually floating anymore. And that is what we are still seeing some of today. And what is cool is that, as we said before, Xochimilco means Field of Flowers, named for all of the islands of agricultural goods that are grown here. And a good amount of this land is still used for that same purpose today. If you caught our Puyol video where we ate at the 9th best restaurant in the world, this is where that restaurant gets several of its ingredients. And this is the traditional place in Mexico to get your Christmas poinsettia. And there are greenhouses everywhere.
¿Cuántos cuestas un pulque?
Tengo pulque y micheladas, señorita.
¿Es posible mitad litro o no?
Ah, claro que
Ok,
sí.
ok.
Litro. Tengo de guayaba, avena, fresa y mango.
¿Cuál es más dulce y delicioso?
Los que están más dulces es el de guayaba.
Guayaba? Ok, está bien.
Guayaba es más dulce.
This is a moment that we have been waiting for a little while now. When we first started planning our trip to Mexico City and researching what do we need to eat, what do we need to drink while we're here, one of the #1 drinking results that came up was pulque, which is a fermented agave sap-based beverage. This was a drink here in Mexico City before tequila existed, before mezcal existed. This is the OG Mexico alcoholic beverage.
Literally thousands of years old.
We're about to leave Mexico in a few days. What do we still have on our list? Well, pulque. Still haven't tried pulque. And lo and behold, a boat comes by with a sign saying pulque in very plain, clear font. And I said, what is sweet and tastes the best? And he said, guava. So, we have our guava pulque. It kind of just looks like watery milk. And we're gonna give it a go.
And it smells so interesting. It smells like the pizza dough before it's been baked. Like the yeasty smell, like right after it's activated and it's starting to ferment. Which makes sense. It is fermented. It's sap of the agave plant.
Yeah.
What's it taste like?
You know, I was honestly expecting to not like it. So I'm not big on alcohol. And I just, it kind of sounded like a kombucha a little bit. But this is actually pretty good. I don't know if I would order it again and again, but the sweetness really does come in. It's like, it has the texture of like probiotic drink, if you've ever had those.
Gotta be honest, you are not selling it for me.
Oh, have you not tried it yet?
No.
Oh my gosh, try it.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
It tastes a lot better than I expected.
I was just telling you the
It too.
texture. I was talking about the texture, guys.
It's surprisingly thick. Not a fan of the aftertaste. But maybe that's a little trick. Maybe that's a little trick to get you to keep drinking it.
But it actually does remind me a little bit of a hard cider. Like, it has that same sweetness, but same little, like, sting in it. Little, like, crispness.
It doesn't taste the way it smells.
Not at all.
At all. There's, like, a really big disconnect there. Because you go like this, and then you sip it. It tastes like this, like, fresh, milky, fruity beverage.
Yeah.
With almost like a little bit of like soda in it. Got the bubbles.
Yeah. Yeah. Not bad. I'm glad we asked for the sweetest one, because even this is not that sweet. So cheers.
I'm sitting. Oh, look. Dolls.
Fake dead dolls.
The best known island in Xochimilco is the Island of the Dolls, which has a haunting story of a man named Julian who, legend has it, found a girl drowned in the canals and a few days later found a doll floating in the same place. He assumed it had been the girl's and hung it in the trees to honor her. But haunted by not being able to save her, or by the girl's spirit, or his own inner demons, because there is no proof that there ever was a girl, that was not enough. Julian's life became consumed by finding more dolls in the canals, in the trash, anywhere he could collect them, and continuing to hang them from the trees to please her. He felt that the dolls possessed the spirits of the dead. In 2001, about 50 years after he claimed to have found the girl, he was found drowned in the exact spot that he found her. Locals consider it a charming place. Yeah, totally.
So relaxing, so peaceful.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente. Con una pasión tan fuerte. Ay, 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 ay. Ahora sigo cantando y sigo gozando. Yo sigo cantando y sigo gozando.
That was honestly so epic. It was so fun and colorful, and now we are headed to the most colorful show in town, Lucha Libre at Arena Mexico. This is where the Olympic wrestling events were held when the Olympics was in Mexico City. Wow, we think I got these. I sold them close to the front. Buenos noches from Arena Mexico, the largest wrestling arena in the entire world. We are here to experience our very first Lucha Libre event. Lucha Libre? Yes, it's right there. Lucha Libre, not Lucho. Get the things wrong sometimes. So we just bought our tickets. We got, pretty epic seats. And
we're like third row from the stadium.
Yeah. It was how much a piece?
It was 250 pesos a piece. So that's 500 pesos total, which is $25.
$25 total?
2 tickets.
Not too bad for, these seats are epic. This is going to be amazing. We're so excited. I don't know that much about Lucha Libre. I know it's funny. I know it's a lot of fun. And my 13th birthday was actually to Nacho Libre the movie. So quality. Yeah, experience Jack Black in stretchy pants. And I'm very excited to see some men in stretchy pants again today. It's going to be a fun time. We got our cervezas. Let's get the show on the road.
The closest I've come to professional wrestling is playing the WWE SmackDown video game. I think it was on like the PS2, so it was a little while ago.
Yeah.
I'm dating myself there.
Yeah, a little bit.
But this is cool to see this in person. This is like the whole deal. All the stretchy cords. I'm sure there's a real name for that.
This is actually where all the Olympic wrestling events were held back when the Olympics were in Mexico City. So it's amazing to be here. This arena is incredible. It's huge. It's beautiful. It's gonna be fun. I can already tell. Back though. Whoa! Oh no! First impressions, Lucha Libre.
This is so much fun. It's like wrestling, a dance, acrobatics, all put into one. It's so good.
And like a play, a comedy show. Like it's amazing.
And it doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And already we got something new going on stage. It's constant action.
Epic. Our seats are epic. Like, this is honestly way more fun than I could ever have imagined. I am loving this. Yeah. The match and our time in Mexico have come to a close. We're sad to leave. We have had some of the greatest experiences of our life in our 3 months here, eaten some of the best food in the world, and seriously loved every second of being here. But we just got some actually insane news today that has us so excited for the Madventures this year has in store. We have won a competition that has given us a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so we are headed back home to the US of A. By next week, we should have the go-ahead to share these plans with you, so please subscribe and join us on the next one. And remember, until then, to live your own Madventure.